Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we'll be watching the Falcons' sure-handed tight end. He was a game breaker last week, over 200 yards receiving. It's the Falcons and the Browns, and it's all up next.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Cleveland Browns and the Atlanta Falcons. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Falcons in this matchup, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of, we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Bringing this crew out, it's someone known for his big arm since he entered the league back in 2016. Jacoby Brissett.
He spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed. Played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile, and tough to tackle. The best part about his game, leadership and being a great teammate.
Here's Nick Chubb, former prep and collegiate star here in this state at Georgia. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. This is DeAndre Swift, who, of course, played just up the road in Athens. That's about as exciting of a one-yard run as you're going to see, finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler. But again, just 1 yard out of it. On 2nd and 9. Brissett, and this is going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
Well, the Falcons now get to stretch their wings on offense here, and at quarterback for them is a former 2nd overall pick who spent 4 seasons as a starter in Tennessee, Marcus Mariota.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 34. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll run with Patterson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 10 carries, 58 yards. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. A first half update now from Philadelphia. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 35 on 2nd down, Mariota. And this one is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Mariota on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mariota. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. Complete to Zaccheaus. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
It's right, dog. Get something together. All it takes.
Second and 8. Play action now. Mariota. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And now they're in the hurry up. From the red zone now, Mariota. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Final play of the half here. Mariota. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is out of bounds here. So we have reached halftime. And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action. Mariota. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The throw over the middle, taken in. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Evades him at the 20. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Brissett. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Let's go now. Let's get some fun. Y'all got time.
Brissett to throw on first. This complete to David Bell. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Let's play. Let's play now, baby. Let's play. Let's go. Let's go right here. That's right. Oh, yeah. It's shut.
They go play action with Brissett. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, They're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Now Brissett on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, but you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 32-yard line. Off the play fake, Mariota. Right back to Pitts again. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On play action, Mariota. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Dancing to his left, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brissett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. penalty. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So a fourth quarter pick six here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick six, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Now the Falcons will bring the offense back out, and they'll go for two. Following the interception here, Mariota. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the two-point try.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot.
No,
okay.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Brissett. And his throw is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. They haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Brissett on first down. Oh, he stays up. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. From the red zone now, Brissett. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Throwing, Brissett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To throw is Brissett. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Brissett now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Falcons, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.